Okay, so just a little bit about myself. I was born in Namibia and I studied pharmacy and microbiology. And then after 10 years of being a pharmacist, I wanted to get to the root underneath all the problems of people, the physical issues. I didn't want to just continue treating it symptomatically. I wanted to see what is behind it, what's the cause, and the emotional causes especially. So I then went to Germany and I studied naturopathy there. And there I also studied different modalities. For instance, constellations. Constellations, you can apply it on a wide range of things. The most well-known one is family constellations. We look at patterns that you're repeating in your life. It can be physical symptoms, it can be emotional, and then you can see what the family dynamics are, or in a couple, what the dynamics are, or in you can find what is actually the cause, the root cause behind it all. Whether it was your great grandmother who's been in a concentration camp and it still has an effect on you. And then you get symptom constellations where you constellate symptoms to see what is actually behind them. You get then also nature constellations, is what we're going to do tonight. And where you can work on global issues or community issues where there's a problem with nature that we want to sort out and basically give nature a voice. So, and also let nature give us a solution as to how to tackle this problem, because sometimes we can't use it's not very helpful to use our minds and talk therapy because we're very limited in that. Getting access to a deeper wisdom that resides in our bodies. But yes, once we start of the constellation, you'll see what it is actually about. So in a nutshell, constellations is like role playing. So somebody might represent the baboon population or the alpha male. Somebody might represent the people who want to use force to drive the baboons out. Another person might represent your group, your rewilding group that want to find a good solution with these baboons and want to, give them as well. And then we just keep it very simple. Like I said, it's not with the mind, it's with the body. So you just see what's happening in your body when you step into that role. What happens when you look at that person representing the baboon? What's happening in you? Or if you're representing the baboon, what's happening? Do you like certain people more, or you want to turn away from other people? And then we might bring in somebody else that can represent the solution. And we just keep it simple. We don't think too much about it. We just notice what is going on in the body. So it's a very experiential modality. Do you have any questions? Or Lydia, do you want to add anything?
No, I'm fine. I think a lot of people were a bit wary about a new way of trying to find solutions. So I'm hoping we can spread the recording to those who ask for it so that they can get a better understanding how, going into your body or into your heart can also bring a solution.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a novel way of looking at things from a completely different angle, because we tend to, as humans, get stuck in this way and this is only this way, and this provides a completely different view of things as well, also about the opposing parties. Okay. So it's going to take more or less half an hour. That's usually how long a constellation takes. And you're welcome to ask questions at any time. Just raise your hand. If I don't ask you to speak, just hold a question because maybe something else is still happening in the constellation. And just as another thing, try not to interpret what the other person is feeling or thinking or what's going on for them. Try and stay in your body, what you are experiencing right now. And like I said, just keep it in your body. Okay, so we can just all arrive, and it's best to, if you can, Yvette, to keep your camera on because you need to, if you're, especially if you're representing, you need to see what the other person is up to. There's clues sometimes in the background, so the screen is very important. Okay. So I'm going to mute everyone now, or you can mute yourselves. And then when you are going to represent someone or something or a group, then you can just say, okay, I'm now representing a baboon, the baboons. And then you see, and then you just stay present with what's happening in your body. And when you coming out of a representative role, you just tap yourself down and say, I'm Elizabeth, I'm Lynette, just to make that transition clear. And sometimes you will feel as a member of the audience that, oh, I want to represent something. I feel like representing the sun. I don't know how this is fitting in, but I really want to represent this. Then just raise your hand and, and then you can do that. Or if I ask who wants to represent this or that, then two people might feel that I really want to represent this, and that's fine. Maybe two people are needed. And just ask questions anytime. Okay. And my work is very intuitive, so there might be a few time gaps. So I feel an excitement about this. And I feel honored to be a part of trying to find a solution. So and then, Lydia, I'm quite drawn to you now. And what I feel is like an openness. What are you feeling in your body right now? You can unmute yourself.
I also feel excitement. I think this is this might bring a lot of clarity. Yeah, excited.
Okay. And Annabelle? Oh, Anna, how do I represent? How do I say your name?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Okay, it's just Anna.
Anna. Okay.
Anna. Yeah.
Okay, then let's start with the constellation. And just feel in your bodies if there's any one of you who feels that you want to represent something. And like I said, you don't need to be clear on what you would like to represent or who would you like to represent. Okay. Elizabeth?
Huncliffe Mountain.
You want to represent that mountain? Okay, interesting. So you can just say, I now, and don't mute yourself, I now represent Huncliffe Mountain.
I now represent Huncliffe Mountain.
And is there anyone else that would like to represent something?
I would like to represent one of the baboon families.
Is there a specific one that you are thinking of now?
I don't know their names, but it is a family. They sleep on the roof next to me. So it's a male and a female and 2 juveniles.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you can say I'm representing the baboon neighbors. Neighbors.
I represent the baboon neighbors.
Lynette, would you like to?
I would like to represent the future baboons. We have what I'm calling a white baboon in our neighborhood. It's a white silverback baboon who, for me, embodies the baboons of the future.
You can just say, I now represent the future baboons.
I now represent the future baboons.
Mm-hmm. How is Huncliffe Mountain doing? What are you feeling in your body?
It feels very strong, solid, reassuring. Very high, upright. Yeah. I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but the energy is very solid, present, strong, very strong. It's like the fire does not feature at all. You know, it's just surface, the burnt. It's just totally standing like this. I'm standing like this.
You'll survive it. Yes.
Pardon?
You will survive the fire and everything.
It's not even about survival. The fire is nothing.
Mm.
It's just like brushing hair off. It's eternal, immense power. But in a beautiful way. It's not discarding the fire, but it's just saying, I've been here for millennia and I will be for more. It's just holding a space. That's how it feels. Not really saying anything. It's just a presence of reassurance.
Mm.
Feeling a tear in my heart. My chest. Eternal. Big perspective.
It sounds like a safe place.
Yeah. Exactly. Beautiful.
Lydia, the baboon family, how are you feeling?
Yeah, as Elizabeth is speaking about the mountain, there's a lot of overwhelming emotions coming up for me. I feel as if my throat is closing, and I also feel as if I want to cry, but it's almost, it's almost emanating from my heart. It's, as she speaks about the mountain, it's as if, it's so part of me. It's so part of who I am, and there's a lot of emotions welling up, but also, like almost as if I feel like really, really sad. Like the minute she said Huncliffe Mountain, it was this, I almost want to cry. I don't know if it's with the love, or if it's, what kind of emotion it is, but it's just a very strong emotion that immediately came up.
And when you look at her, do you like, just to keep it simple, do you like her, or can you go closer to her, or do you rather want to keep your distance?
I feel like I want to go there, or the group, the family. I want to go there, but there's sort of a sadness over me.
I keep on seeing caves in the mountain. Shelter.
That's most probably what I immediately feel drawn to. I feel drawn to the mountain, as if it's really, really important for me.
As if it's really?
Really important for me. It's really something that I just feel in my heart. I just feel, well, maybe I can say I feel like it's a part of me, undivisible part.
So for me, the question comes, and we don't need to answer it. It's just interesting for me. Who would like to live on a roof if you can live in a cave?
That's probably why I feel drawn to it. I really feel, maybe like we can feel about our birthplace or our hometown or where we came from or something. That's the way I feel. This is where I came from. And I don't even know, me personally. I'm just speaking as the family now.
Oh, I was just testing in my mind how it would be like if you now join her there in that room where she's sitting. And it felt like there was like a kind of like a blockage that you can't go there, or there's like, I don't know, there's like a, can you feel that, or do you feel able to go and sit there next to her?
I think that's why I feel overwhelming emotions. I can't even describe it. I just feel emotions. Like it is my home, but I'm sitting here on a roof.
Yes, I'm looking specifically on her right. There's a white, for me it looks like a seat, and it's, but you can't sit there for some reason. It's, I don't know. And this Huncliffe Mountain, is this in the Kogelberg Reserve?
It's right behind, it's sort of at the back of Pringle Bay. So, it's on the little peninsula. So it's quite a feature of Pringle Bay. It's not far away, it's right there.
It's got such a motherly, nurturing energy.
Yeah, keep on seeing in the caves greenery and it being lush and fertile. You know, it's like hidden spots in the mountain, more tucked away, like food or shelter. Yeah, safety. The rest of the mountain feels quite stark, shaven.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, my conscious mind says it's the fire, but you know, I'm trying to stay out of my mind.
So was there a fire that could have contributed
Massive.
to the baboons being driven out of there?
Yeah, massive.
And when did that happen? When was the fire?
In January. End of January, I think. A few months ago.
And the future baboons, how are you feeling?
Now and throughout the conversations, the future baboons and me are feeling a deep sense of peace. It's a deep wisdom and knowing. And it's accompanied by a very strong sense of that, I forget what you said, Yanni, the mother, the nurturing. There was a small pang when the baboon family talked about the sadness and the isolation of being on the roof, but it was very fleeting. The overriding feeling is one of just knowing and deep wisdom and positivity for the future and warmth throughout. It's like being in the sun and in the light all the time.
And how do you feel about Handklip Mountain when you look at her on the screen? Can you look at her?
Neutral, just it's empathy, but it's a neutrality. It just is. But at the same time, a deep honoring. It's like we see each other. The core strength of, it's like the earth, the core strength and earthiness of the mountain is also deep within my being. We are one. It's like a timelessness, the past, the future, the past, the present, the future being held.
So all will be well.
That's absolutely the sense. It's also the plan. It's part of the plan. It's already as well.
Okay. So if we can all hold that in our hearts now, also those people that are watching later, because they are part of this constellation also, they are also holding this. That all is well and all will be well. So I have to absolute trust in that. The future is held and it's being taken care of. It doesn't matter what happens in between.
I think the mountain would like to speak to the baboons, baboon family, and
Yes.
remind them about what the future baboons said, that the strength of the mountain is also in them, not just in the future baboons. They may have forgotten.
Yes.
Yeah,
They
I
can draw
felt
strength from the
sorry.
Sorry, what did the Hanklet Mountain say?
They can draw strength from the mountain. They may have forgotten. They don't always have to be physically there. They are part of it, like the future baboons were saying. And they were saying themselves.
Lydia,
They've forgotten.
it seems that you are not hearing that. It's not sinking in. So can you repeat just after me those sentences? We as the current baboons
We as the current baboons
forgot our roots
forgot our roots
and where our strength lies.
and where our strength lies.
We feel uprooted,
We feel uprooted,
disconnected
disconnected
from our mother mountain.
from our mother mountain
And father mountain in one.
and father mountain as well.
We now choose to remember.
We now choose to remember.
We choose to remember our strength
We choose to remember our strength
and to embody that.
and to embody that.
We are the mountain.
We are the mountain.
Can never be undone.
It can never be undone.
The mountain is us.
The mountain is us.
And you can watch her smiling, and she enjoys.
The mountain feeling so much joy.
Yes.
Like my heart blossomed. My children.
Yes, exactly. I wanted to say that she rejoices in her children remembering her.
Yeah.
And I feel extremely happy. Now, I feel not sad. I feel happy.
Mountain, can you tell them you are welcome to visit and stay as long as you want to?
Is that me?
Yes.
You are welcome to visit and stay as long as you want.
I will receive you with open arms and enough food.
I will receive you with open arms and
Enough food
enough food
and shelter.
and shelter. I can provide for you.
It is
You are
easier.
safe.
It is easier to find food in town.
It is easier to find food in town,
But it's also more dangerous.
but it is also more dangerous.
We all want ease in life.
We all want ease in life.
But it's at the cost of our growth and our strength.
But it's at the cost of our growth and strength.
Friction and hardship is what makes us grow stronger.
Friction and hardship is what makes us grow stronger.
And so I'll be with you just now. Lydia, how are you? Do you want to say something or not now? Do you want to do the process first?
Yeah, let me let me just process. You can see I'm quite
Yes.
emotional.
Mm.
But I think Ilse wanted to say something.
Are you ready? Or do you want a moment first?
Give me a moment.
Mm.
I feel a lot of love for the mountain. And I feel a lot of peace when I look at the future baboons.
Mm. Yes. And they also look strong to me. If I think of that white baboon. Solid. She has like a solidity in her.
I think it's remembering,
Mm.
the remembering that is now rising for me.
It's such a beautiful word. Remembering. And it's so much reminding me of us humans as well. It's migration to cities and losing touch with nature and who we actually are.
The new baboons would like to add to the baboon family. They very strongly showing an image of evolution, and they would like to encourage the baboon family and honor them and help them to know and remember and understand that they are part of this incredible evolution where they and the baboon species are evolving. So they are playing such a vital role. They have chosen to be here at this time to experience these challenges for the ultimate evolution and emergence. It's almost like humans are humans, the way it's perceived that they evolved from the ape, the current baboons are also going to be evolving into something different, and lighter and brighter
And stronger.
yeah, and it's not too far. And they just want to honor each and every baboon that is here now for the role that they are playing.
And these hardships that they're facing in town, it's also adding to their strength. Friction causes evolution. And their inner wisdom. So if everyone can just in their heart find it to honor these current baboons in the current place of transition, their journey of transition, that they are fulfilling that place.
I'm suddenly sitting very upright,
Oh.
feeling very special.
You are.
Yeah, it's just suddenly my back is straight and, you know, I'm feeling, I'm feeling great.
It's amazing because that's how I've been sitting, exactly like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
And just
a saying or a rule in constellation work which says everyone belongs. Everyone has a role to play. And you are part of this evolutionary journey. Ilse, what did you want to say?
I just felt that I wanted to represent the people that are wanting to retaliate to the baboons, and
Yes.
I want to have them out of town and get rid of them because they are threats.
Yes, okay. So you can say, what are we calling those people?
Anti-baboons.
Okay. So Ilse, you can just say, I'm representing the opposition. Yeah.
I'm representing the opposition.
The baboon opposition. Okay.
Baboon opposition.
Just feel how it feels like in your body. And also when you watching the baboons, the mountain, what's happening in your body.
As I'm sitting here, I felt like an anxiousness here in my stomach. But when I looked at the future baboon, it's almost like it shifted up to my heart, and it's like there's a burning feeling in my heart that the heart is opening. Yeah, it definitely feels like there's a shift happening. If I think the baboons can really be baboons again. Yeah, they're not such a threat.
That's very interesting. Keep watching her. I was actually just now thinking, oh, it would have been nice to have had you there from the beginning, but you just summarized exactly what I thought might be the case. There's fear in those people, but now it's like through this constellation, we also open their hearts to look, because we are usually afraid of things that we don't know, and to just look and see and engage. And also look at the current baboons and see how they are in a state of transitioning to the future baboons and their connection to the mountain. See what that does in you. And you can take your time.
I just feel a lot of energy here going from my solar plexus to my heart. It's like a burning, warm feeling, opening up.
Wow. Breathe it in and just allow it. A thought came just now and I looked at you and it was to say to you, you are also beautiful. You also belong. You also have an important role to play here. And I
Yeah, the mountain.
honor your fear and look at a mountain where your help comes from, where your safety comes from.
Mhm.
Watch the mountain and see what's unfolding in you when you look at her.
Yeah, it's almost like, yeah, that reconnection to nature, which is also important for that connection to all the animals, to transcend the fear. So looking at the mountain, it's really my own connection to nature as well.
So you can repeat that after me. I now open my heart to the mountain.
I now open my heart to the mountain.
And I choose to become one with her again.
And I choose to be one with her again. So that feels really good.
Sure. Mountain is feeling it too, hey, big time.
Yeah, I wanted to say I felt an overwhelming love for
Wow.
the human.
Fantastic.
Overwhelming love. As
Yeah.
the conversation carried on, I just felt like we won. I love you.
New baboon feels exactly the same, that deep love and reverence for the opposition, for the human.
Also just want to remind the human, it doesn't feel like opposition anymore. I want to remind her that all is well and all will be well. You are safe. When you reconnect to the mountain with nature.
Mm.
This is our place of safety. This is the thing in life that makes us feel most safe.
And that's why we live here. Actually in a place where nature and wild animals are still living, to remind us that that's also our place and our connection.
But even there, we can sometimes separate ourselves.
Mm.
So
Also
we have
fear.
our
Fear is a
cozy
big
homes, yes. And the more cozy we get in there, the more we think, okay, no, we'll go next weekend, we'll go next month. This is a natural like separation happening, exactly like in the baboons.
Yeah, okay, I didn't see it like that. Yeah.
So this is
the image that the new baboon is bringing through is, if you picture the traditional image of evolution where the baboon goes towards man, man's evolution is opposite but more powerful. So if you picture the man evolving to the baboon, who is the enlightened baboon, so it's reconnecting with nature and the naturalness of the baboon and the nature and the mountain. That's man's true evolution that he's going through.
So it's like recognizing the self in the other.
There's a word coming up for me. And the word, I'm not interpreting, I'm just saying the word, is clever.
Clever. Clarity.
I don't want to explain it because I feel like
Yes.
I'm the baboon. I can't really explain what clever is, but the word that came up is I'm clever.
Yes.
You're clever.
Exactly.
We're both clever.
You are
It's like, you know,
showing
like this. Sorry?
You are showing the way.
Yeah, I was, you know, when she was speaking about the future baboons, I was just thinking, just see how clever we are. You know, you clever, I'm clever.
Yes.
And that's kind of well, I don't want to put words onto anything. I'm just saying that was the first word that came up. Gosh, clever.
There are no wrongs.
Mm.
No mistakes. How are the humans feeling?
Just now I had this like a rush of energy to my brain, but it's now again just in my heart, this opening of energy.
And did you see earlier, I don't know if you noticed it, but the future baboons, they were like talking, and then all of a sudden these these hearts were all over a screen.
Yes,
I saw that. Did you do it? I wondered where it came from.
No, that's fine. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe if you make a heart,
It just came up. I wondered
it
where
came
it came
up,
from.
yeah.
If you watch the recording again, you'll see it. So that's very interesting. So it's like
That's
love
what how my heart feels.
is connecting us all. This love and nature.
There's a deep contentment within the new baboon that you've got it, that we've got it.
Yes, absolutely. And you knew it from the start.
Mm.
You are so clever. The current baboons, can you repeat the following? Dear humans.
Dear humans.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I belong.
I belong.
As a way shower.
As a way shower.
to get back to the mountains.
to get back to the mountains.
I stand in my role
I stand in my role
with pride.
with pride.
And I thank myself.
And I
And the
thank
mountain is thanking you, baboons, and you.
We are all one family.
we are all one family,
Connected by love and by nature.
connected by love and by nature.
Nature is love.
Nature is love. Feel extremely happy.
Humans, how are you feeling? It feels like things are still settling in you.
Yeah, it is. There's still a little bit of like angst here in my solar plexus area, but this heart area is still like it's still open. But I think it will still be a process to
Yes.
dissolve all that
Yes.
and tightness.
On behalf of the humans, you can say the following. Even if I feel this angst and fear in my being,
Even if I feel this angst and fear in my being,
I allow it.
I allow it.
I honor it.
I honor it.
I've been through tough times.
I've been through tough times.
And I want to survive.
And I want to survive.
But I now commit
But I now commit
to look up to the mountains.
to look up to the mountains.
Because that is where my help, my safety comes from.
That's where my help and safety comes from.
I commit to spending more time in nature.
I commit to spend more time in nature.
Chase myself out of my comfy chair into nature.
Chase myself out of my comfort chair to nature.
And we can all hold that vision, and each one of us can commit to that. To chase ourselves into nature.
That's
Even
a beautiful how you say? Analogy and analogy of what is happening. The humans are chasing the baboons into the mountains, whereas they should be chasing themselves into the mountains.
Maybe if we, us, do that, then they don't need to do that.
Exactly.
Is that how you're feeling?
No. I feel like I want to laugh all the time because you know, I'm thinking like a baboon, I think. Like, why are you chasing us? You should be chasing yourselves.
Exactly.
You know, the minute you said that word, I said I could see this picture. You know, not the baboons chasing the humans, but the humans chasing themselves up the mountain.
Maybe the baboons needed to invoke that, start that chasing behavior to get them into nature. I know it sounds complicated now, but maybe that was the missing link that they needed to invoke in the humans to you know,
Discomfort. Humans
Yes.
needed discomfort. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Also for our evolution.
Mhm.
So thank you, baboons, for being a nuisance.
Great mirror.
Wow.
Yes.
And I mean, we're laughing despite all the discomfort. We're laughing
Yes.
at the irony of it all. It's
You play such a huge role in this
yeah.
evolution.
Yeah.
So I think the constellation made everyone find their place. Know that they all belong in this. And it's all about evolution and going back to nature. However the individual chooses to go, they all paths lead to Rome.
The mountain feels a great merging. I'm just feeling this merging of everything, the town and the mountain, becoming one, connect. There's no separation.
Yeah, now that you say that, Elizabeth, I can also feel my ex-neighbor that was shooting baboons on my property, that I can open my heart to him as well. And so I understand where you come from, but we can work on this together.
Yeah. Just feels this like, I haven't got words for it. Just unity, oneness.
Yeah. If we
No
hurt
boundaries.
we hurt each other, then we actually, separation is because we hurt each other. But we can
Yeah.
now.
Future baboon is feeling, it's an anticipation. It's, yeah, in the best possible way.
Maybe that's the excitement we picked up on in the beginning.
And it's close.
Yay.
So let's end the constellation there. You can all just tap yourselves down or snap with your fingers and say, I am Elizabeth. I am Lydia.
I'm Lydia.
I am Lynette.
Thank you. Wow.
I think it's important to keep that excitement in our hearts for the future. To know that everything belongs on the journey there. Even if it gets out of hand and there are deaths and everything. it's all part of the journey. And just to keep that flame of excitement burning, that all is well and all will be well. To hold that positive light there, and then with that we direct our energy in that direction. We are much more powerful than we think we are, and that is then what we are manifesting. And to feel it in our bodies, how it will feel like when we get there. That's deep nature connection, a deep feeling of safety and this oneness, unity with each other and with nature. And that is something that we can, not only in this baboon concern, but worldwide with the wars and everything and climate change and everything, can actually hold on to and hold out and focus on that. Not on the pain and things that's happening in between, but keep our hearts on that excitement of what is actually coming. It all belongs. It's all part of the journey, even the perpetrators. They're just acting from fear.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And Johnny, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Yanni. Beautiful.
Amazing.
To share something still, how they're feeling inside now. Anything else?
I feel excited now.
Me too.
And for me, it's like a peacefulness, just knowing that it's all okay, and it's all part of the plan. There's nothing wrong, and there's nothing to be judged.
The words that are coming up now is we are all God's children.
Yeah.
We are all part of that divine plan. And I'm doing this, it's like a spiraling circle, like evolution. It's like we are all moving upwards and onwards. We all belong.
An experience like that also helps us, or helps me take it from just to know, you sort of know in your mind, but to actually embody it, and sharing it with a group like this helps me do that. It's not just my own contemplation, or it's us. So thank you, everybody.
Tapping into the truth, and not with their mind that has its own agendas. And with constellations, it's a very deep modality. It works on a very deep level. So we actually, this evening, we worked on something in those humans. Something has shifted in them already. We had a heart-to-heart conversation with them. And the effects might not always be immediate, but it can be.
Miracles, miraculous, but not.
Yeah, my last thought is, we all understand that a prayer can travel around the world, and it can reach anyone, everywhere. And I think this was sort of a global prayer going
Yes.
up. And it will touch hearts.
Your words are bringing tears to my eyes now.
Yeah, beautiful.
Because it's so true. This is our way forward as a collective, as the world as well. This is the baboons showing us a way forward.
Yeah, so I feel a deep thankfulness for, well, first of all, being in this place. And secondly, just, you know, that we've done this constellation, and, you know, that I can sleep peacefully tonight, as I know, you know, not only my own heart was touched, but and not only the however many people we are, but this is like a global thing. It's almost like, you know, it's like a little blanket that we pulled over Pringle Bay tonight. You know, and I feel soft and warm.
And not only over Pringle Bay, but the whole world.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for leading it, Yanni. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
That's a huge honor.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Yanni, everyone.
Are you
Awesome.
sharing the recording with me?
Yes, I'll send it to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Love.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See you one
Love
of these
you.
days. Let's do that again. Bye.